Welcome to my review of Tenet, the latest film directed and written by Christopher Nolan, starring John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, Elisabeth Debicki, and Kenneth Brannagh, among many others. While it is hard to believe, it is finally here. I have finally watched it. So what do I think about the latest film from my favorite filmmaker of all time? Let's talk about it. Armed with only one word, Tenet, and fighting for the survival of the entire world, our protagonist journeys through a world of international espionage on a mission that will unfold in something beyond real time. Much like many other Christopher Nolan films, Tenet thrives on exploring a big concept in an incredibly creative way. And how Nolan explores this concept of time and how it moves and how we perceive it, most importantly, is extremely creative. And while the film at first might feel like another time travel movie, the film does involve time. However, it does not whatsoever involve travel. Calling this a time travel movie is very wrong. It's a very different execution of the concept that I don't think I've ever seen before, except in one thing that I won't reveal because I don't want to spoil anything for you. I want you to unravel this puzzle as Nolan intends, because half of the fun in the film is unraveling that puzzle, and understand this with our main protagonist, played by John David Washington, who plays him incredibly well. This guy is witty. This guy is resourceful, he is quick on his feet, but he's also not a superhero. He's a guy that does get beat up quite a lot in this film. He is very human at his core. He has a very genuine motivation, a very simple motivation, and the film has this look of like a Bond movie but in a sci-fi universe, and it feels very much like that. The places where our characters go in this film, how much they travel, the luxury in this film, it's tremendous. It feels like a Bond movie on LSD in all the best ways possible. John David Washington should probably be considered for a Bond role. Like, I know he's not British, but he's kind of really good at it. Robert Pattinson as well is tremendous in the film, and he is filled with charisma. He actually is the character that kind of makes all of this feel like a little bit of fun and engages you even more in the action. And Elisabeth Debicki is great as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay away from all the word of mouth that's coming out up until now as much as I wanted to, and I kind of saw that she was described as a damsel in distress. She starts off that way, but she doesn't stay that way throughout the whole film. She has a great arc. The film is, as you might expect, filled with incredible visual storytelling. Knowing the work that went into this film, watching the behind-the-scenes look that came out with the re-release of Inception, it's insane how they were able to do some of the stuff that they did in this film, and it makes it even more spectacular to witness. The action set pieces are like nothing that I've seen before. They're awe-inspiring to look at. The film is also really quick at kicking off. Usually in screenplays you have the inciting incident, which is what pulls your story forward, and that usually happens around between the 10 to 20 minute mark of your film. This film is probably 5 minutes into it, maybe even less, and it's going. One of the most important pieces of the puzzle that immersed me even more into this film, beyond the beautiful, gorgeous cinematography, was the score by Ludwig Göransson. It's phenomenal. I knew it wasn't Hans Zimmer's score, but I honestly didn't miss him. And you guys know Hans Zimmer is my favorite composer of all time. I love when he scores Nolan films. This score is up there. The sound design itself in this film, and some of the specific sequences that involve the time concept that Nolan explores in the film, are insane. insane. The sound mixing is on another level of excellence. It's an all too rare example of master filmmaking putting everything on the table. Nolan doesn't compromise in any way. He continues to create these incredibly creative and inventive worlds and trusts its audience to accompany it through a very familiar structure. The film is also one of Nolan's most subtle. He explores immensely rich themes, some of them theological even, that I think might not catch most people's eyes. I know there are a lot of people on YouTube who do theological reviews and analysis, and I think they got a bag full of them with Tenet. As far as issues are concerned, do I have any? Yes, I do. One small issue. While Nolan's films are surprisingly filled with emotion and he enriches his characters with emotional complexity, these characters here are really simple. They're very easy to understand, perhaps too simple. These are some of the most emotionally cold characters Nolan has created. I personally do not think that's bad. I personally don't think that takes anything away from what Nolan creates. I do feel that I would have enjoyed knowing them a little better on a deeper level on some aspects that I don't want to talk about because I want you guys to enjoy the film. And when you do watch the film, comment down below and we'll talk about those aspects. However, John David Washington, the protagonist in this film, it is very, very important that he stays just the protagonist. Tenet is an intricate and mesmerizing Bond-esque odyssey with both awe and delight. It thrives in the complex, mind-bending puzzle that it creates with all its concepts and all its themes, and it wholly satisfies you once you reach the finality of said puzzle. I'm giving Tenet an A. Now, what did you think of Tenet, my beautiful geekies? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me in the Nolan series that I've been doing up until now. If you haven't checked my Nolan reviews out, please go to my channel. They're all there except for the Dark Knight trilogy, which I'll review next year before The Batman comes out. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. I have more reviews coming to you this weekend, including New Mutants, Bill and Ted Face the Music, and others, so I hope to see you there. Thank you so much once more for watching. And so until the next video, don't forget to stay beautiful, stay geeky, and of course, please do like, share, and subscribe because it really helps me and the channel out. But most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other and love the movies.